proud.
It is.
And so it
We deal with a lot of the same. It seems like shipping to Frito-Lay, we deal with a lot of the same like when we
Drivers.
ship to the same plants, we seem to have the same drivers on those routes. So that
yeah.
does make it a little bit easier, I think.
Yeah.
They know our routine and we learn theirs a little bit better and different things like that. So,
Gotcha. Well, just to kind of let you know, we've been trying to get people to start attending these webinars, but we haven't had much success. I just think that people are busy and doing their thing, and so you might be the only one on here with us today.
oh boy,
So
I feel special.
yeah, you should. You should. So
Wait till I tell Becca. She's from IT that normally handles all of my FusionWare
questions.
Yeah, she deals directly with the company, and I'm just kind of more the user. So I'm being nosy and popping in today. So
Well, that's very good. You're gonna be armed and dangerous, so.
yeah, I'm gonna tell her that.
You might get picked on a little bit inside the webinar though. So.
Uh-oh, no.
No,
you're
just kidding.
You're good.
Can't do that.
And so we are going to record this. So if there's anybody inside your organization, we'll have it up on our support site. We'll send out with the follow-up email. If you got the initial email that invited you, then you'll get the follow-up email with the link as well. So,
yeah.
But yeah, we will welcome Ben. Welcome back from vacation.
Thanks, Jeff. Great to have you on the call today, Diane.
Hello.
Well, let's just go ahead and get it kicked off here. What we're going to go through today is primarily around the storage and clearing out the storages, and then give you a little background behind what is on or what's available inside the storages once you start doing harvest, so that you can track things in there. So we're going to go ahead and let Jeff kind of show you how to clear it out and get it ready for the new crops. So,
yep. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so that everybody on the call can see it. Make sure that's the right one. All right. And so, yeah, like we were talking about, we're getting to the end of the crop year, trying to get ready for harvest. And it's time to start doing some cleanup. We get into accounts sometimes and we find out they've got 10 years worth of lots and fields that are just sitting there as active. And so the problem with that is when you go to select a lot, when you're creating an order or you're creating a receiving, you then have all these options for lots. And so this allows us to reduce the clutter, get things cleared out. And so we're going to go ahead and go into one of our storages. And so this would be a good example. We have this, we've called 2023 storage webinar. And in this storage, you can see we didn't quite fill it up. We've about taken more than half. Well, we did fill it up, but then we took about half out of it. And so we can see some of the details on this, but if we are now done with some of these lots within this storage, we can start hiding them so that they will now disappear. So and we can also, and you'll notice how that number shifted. If we come back and we inactivate this other one, we're now starting fresh. So we don't have to create a whole new storage. So we're not going in and duplicate things. We've already got this storage. We don't want to lose the data and create a whole new storage every single year. We're just going to inactivate these lots that we've brought in. And so we can toggle that, and you can still go back and see that history. You can still pull your reports off of it. So you haven't deleted anything. Nothing's gone away. Let me do a refresh here.
one of the things that I think a lot of people forget to do in these is the fact that you see that you can activate and inactivate them right here, but as you're trying to finish out the lot, you have over here on the right hand side this completed button. That completed button, what it does is it basically, so we went in and set an estimated shrink in there for that lot. You know, we're thinking, okay, this is how much shrink we're gonna have, but when you hit completed, it actually takes the rest of the available weight inside of that lot and moves it to shrink. And you can see how that adjusted how much shrink we have in there and how much tear we actually got from that lot. Now, obviously, when we're going through and doing this live, we're gonna want you're going to have a lot less shrink that's available. So you'll go in and set 10% shrink, and then hopefully by the time you hit that done, maybe it's 8% shrink, or maybe it's 5% shrink, or maybe it is 20% shrink. But at least that available marketable value is going to get transfer over when you hit that complete button. And so I like to have them do that before they hit the active and inactive. So
now that those are there, we're ready to get going for the new year. In crating storages, we didn't cover that. It's a very basic, you know, if unless you're a new company, storages typically don't change. They're year to year. You can put in as little information or as much as you want. And so we now have to start filling up the storage, and we do that with receivings.
okay, as you go into put in the new receivings, you're just going to go into your receiving board. You're going to go ahead and select the lot that you're pulling from, the field that you're pulling from, and you're going to select the raw goods, and then obviously it's a field type we're harvesting, so, and then you'll put in that new lot. And as you start putting more stuff in there, and as you start putting in these new lots, it'll keep track of the lots separately inside those storages. And so there's a couple of different ways that we've handled that before. If your storage, and you generally assign a single lot to that storage, then let me jump in here real quick. Sometimes you'll assign the lot to the storage, and so then we'll just have you go to a grower, or the field is set up a single grower, and just say, this is just this lot. And then you create your receivings in. But the way the system is actually intended on is that each field becomes its own lot. And so as you do that, you can come in and you can do the full truckloads in, and we'll just say that this is the truckload that came in, and that's really all you have to do. Then it automatically assigns that 65,000 pounds to that storage, and then you're able to see it in the report here. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, that was the storage report.
Okay, so, and we went ahead and put it into this 2023 storage webinar. And so now if I come in, select that, I can see the different things that are going in. The different lots that get assigned here to that storage. So we've got that 65,700 pounds that went into that storage. If we go to the storage itself, it still has that new lot that was created. And as you create receivings in, this will just climb. Now, when you're pulling stuff out of storage, the storage actually tracks that as well on the receivings out. You can also set up the storage to have orders take out of that storage. And so there's several different ways that you can track that. As you go in and you're kind of getting a feel for what kind of shrink value you have, you can put that in as well. But there is also another way that you can go in and actually pull out and weigh dump trucks of dirt, and that would also be tracked here as well. So you can see that it's pretty nice to see how a storage fares as you go through the season, and as you get more and more lots in here. That's what we're really after, is to see, okay, this one ended up at 50% tear, this one ended up at 39% tear, and you're able to see that on a consistent basis and see if there's changes that need to happen, if there's hot spots that need to get changed, different things like that. Any questions, Diane, on what you've seen? Perfect. We try to keep these webinars pretty short and concise. I think what we want to do is just keep this one kind of at a high level on the storage. Maybe next month what we will do is actually get into the details of how the storage actually works. As you're bringing in, we'll go over how you would receive out of the storage by receiving and with orders. We even have it, if you actually flume products out of the storage, we have a way that can track that as well. And so I think what we will do on our next webinar for next month is just show the different ways to pull stuff out of the storage. But this is just the simple and easy way of, hey, we're cleaning it up. Now we're going to receive in and get our new crop in place.
And the other thing, as far as cleanup, and it's not necessarily related to the storages or receivings, but with these fields, it's something else really for the new crop year, going in and making sure that you're going into your lots and you've got old lots in here. So we see this all the time. So what I was saying before, we see these all the time. And so coming in, marking the fields and the lots within the fields that are inactive, and then now those are no longer available to bring into your storages, and hopefully that will help with any confusion. So
any thoughts or questions around the storages and fields?
and then
No, that's a lot of what I do already, is I go in and do all of that and inactive to get ready for next year. We do a receiving for every single load that goes across our scale. We scale when we're harvesting.
That's wonderful.
So we'll have over 100 entries a day of receiving of loads. We do every single load.
That's great.
Wow.
I love it when the system actually gets used for what it was built for.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of workarounds that people have seen and used and done, but actually having people, weighing all the product in, it makes reporting so much nicer.
Yeah, we have during our peak harvest time, we'll have 4 different scales going.
Beautiful.
And every single scale is scaling every load as they come into the different facilities.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you jumping on for this
No problem,
short
thank
webinar.
you.
We like to keep it nice and short so that people seem to actually watch a little 10 or 15 minute blip rather than a 45-minute one. So,
Perfect.
appreciate you jumping on.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks, everybody.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
You too.